All right, welcome everybody. I'm going to start us off with a quick prayer, so let's bow our heads and pray. Dear Heavenly Father, I just thank you for a place to gather with friends, family, and classmates to celebrate our accomplishments through our community college career. Lord, I praise you for the blessing it is to be able this moment on. Thank you for the safe travels to the ceremony, and I pray for safe travels back home. All praise be to you, Father. It's in your name. Amen. Please remain standing and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
It's been a while since I've been on the parade ground, so I'm not going to try and use my parade ground voice. I'd like everyone to please join me in the recitation of our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Jan Brocker. Honored candidates for graduation and distinguished guests. Year. I'd also like to thank Megan Sexton, EAC graduating student, for the wonderful invocation to start our program.
Good afternoon. We wish to recognize the dignitaries seated in the front row. Dr. Jan Brocker, Gila County Provisional District President, Mr. Sam Moorhead, Gila County Provisional District Vice President, and Miss Connie Cockrell, Gila County Provisional District Secretary. In front of me, seated to my right, are members of EAC's faculty and administration. These professionals are truly the institution's most treasured resource. Please join me in acknowledging all of EAC's dedicated professionals with a round of applause. I would also like to recognize Mr. Matt Weber, Superintendent for the Northern Arizona Vocational Institute of Technology, which provides tuition, books, and supplies for high school students here in Payson. Mr. Weber is unable to attend today. However, we thank him and NAVIT for all of their support to our students. I would like to express our gratitude for the local support we receive from Gila County, the town of Payson, Payson Unified School District, the MHA Foundation, the Aspire Arizona Foundation, Friends of Rim Country GCC, Banner Payson Medical Center, and all other medical facilities for their commitment to the college and to our students. I am pleased to recognize Chris Higgins with KRIM Radio Station for assistance in this evening's commencement activities. Please join me in acknowledging him with a round of applause. Each graduation day, we celebrate student progress and academic achievement. We salute our new candidates for graduation, and we wish each of you continued success. I would like to call your attention to the honor stoles being worn by many members of the graduating class. The gold honor stoles trimmed in purple are worn by those students with the highest grade point average during their attendance at Eastern Arizona College. The solid gold honor stoles are worn by graduates who are members of the EAC chapter of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. We salute all our honor graduates for their accomplishments. Each of you give us cause for high expectations and great hope for the future. This evening, we will award 14 degrees to 14 students, including one high school student earning a college degree before graduating from high school later this month. We are also recognizing 10 students who are eligible for 12 certificates of proficiency. It is an honor to introduce this year's speakers for our commencement ceremony. They are Brooke Zoe Dimbat, representing the graduation class, and faculty representative Heather Perry. Brooke is a member of Phi Theta Kappa and received the PTK All Arizona Scholarship, awarding her 2 years tuition at the state university of her choice. Brooke plans to major in business management while continuing her career with Chaparral Pines and Arcus Golf. Her ultimate goal is to succeed in her career field while encouraging young women to pursue careers in the sports and management fields. We expect great things from Brooke in the future as she continues to springboard to higher and loftier goals. Heather Perry, Allied Health Associate Professor, is an Arizona native who has lived in Rim Country for more than 25 years. She and her husband are happily raising their 5 children in Payson, where they both grew up. Heather is an EAC alumni, graduating with her associate's degree in nursing in 2009. Heather came to EAC in 2016, working as a clinical instructor for our nursing program, and was hired as a full-time faculty member in 2017. We will now hear from our speakers in the order they have been introduced. Please join me in providing them a warm welcome.
All right. I would like to start by thanking those who were able to assist us all in being here today, whether that is a parent, an instructor, a significant other, a scholarship committee, a family member, or your regulars who serve on the weekends. Each has played such a vital role in us being able to attend today. Thank you to our instructors, advisors, and school staff who were put under the oddest of circumstances the past 2 years. Your dedication to persevere through the challenges we faced has benefited everyone that is here today. A little statistical information to show how big of an accomplishment today is. Only 37.5% of Americans have a college degree. To expand that even further, only 6.7% of the world population holds a college degree. We are all now a part of that percentage. Out of curiosity, I researched the top advantages of having a college degree. Why did we do this in the first place? Because we are now holders of a college degree, we have access to 57% more job opportunities. We may now be prepared for specialized careers such as nursing. We have an increased earning potential, and we are now 90% more economically stable. Last but not least, we have increased growth potential, or personal growth, pardon me. To say there is a return on investment on a college degree is an understatement. We should all be proud of this incredible accomplishment. Benjamin Franklin put it well in saying, an investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. I asked a number of people if they were to give advice to our graduating class today, what would they say? I received responses such as, continue to discover yourself, discover what you are good at, what you love to do, and what you flat out dislike. Own your mistakes, ask questions, and continue to learn. Keep moving forward, always strive for more. When we become stagnant, we are no longer living. Make connections. Connections can take you further than anything else. And my personal favorite, be open to change. I think we can all agree that we have encountered change in our time obtaining this degree, whether it was welcome or not. We may be missing someone who we planned on being here today. We may have a new addition in our lives that we were not anticipating. We may know exactly where we're going after this, whether that be a university, a new job, or a new home, or we may have no idea what we're going to do tomorrow. I want to express how important it is that we allow this change and unknown into our lives. If we do, this means that we are living. Life was not meant to stay stagnant and safe. Embrace the new that may be coming. Sorry. If the past 2 years has shown us anything, it is that we were all capable of conquering whatever we put our minds to. From the wise words of Sheryl Sandberg, don't let your fears overwhelm your desire. You will never know what you're capable of unless you try. On that note, congrats to the Eastern Arizona College Payson Campus graduates of 2022. You are now a part of that 6.7%. Thank you.
Really good weather, right? Excellent. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. Good afternoon. It's my honor to speak on behalf of our EAC Payson campus faculty. Congratulations to our 2022 EAC graduates. What you have accomplished was not an easy feat. The fact that you worked on the majority of your degree during our pandemic is commendable. Many of you were thrust into situations where things like in-person classes were exchanged for Zoom meetings and clinical experiences were changed into virtual experiences. At times, the future was uncertain. I promise I'm not crying. I'm super moved. But this wind. Okay. At times, the future was uncertain, but not for you because you had a vision of what you were going to do. And although the path was unclear at times, you knew ultimately where you were heading. As I prepared to deliver this speech today, I started to reflect on my own journey that started right here on this campus 18 years ago. The opportunities that I've been afforded over those last 18 years have been monumental, and it was because of the hard work that I put into earning my degree here at Eastern Arizona College. I made amazing connections with amazing people who influenced my practice as a nurse and also as an associate professor, and they also led me into my current position, which was my dream. When I graduated with my nursing degree, I really dreamed of coming back to EAC to teach, and so it was very exciting when I was able to come on here. I never would have imagined that the seeds that I planted all of those years ago would lead me to where I am now. All of the challenges that you faced, all of the classes that you had to attend via Zoom, all of the arrangement of work schedules and childcare, the nights that you staved off sleep so you could finish your homework, all of the sacrifices that you've made have brought you to this very moment. What a feeling. It's a lot of accomplishment, and you've done something epic. But it's more than just a diploma or a certificate. It's more than a new career, and this is more than just a rite of passage that you're experiencing. It's more than anything that I can articulate. What you've done is quite remarkable, and I think you know that. For the past few years, we've been watching you. Not just your instructors, but also your family members, your significant others, your children, your parents, your friends. We've seen the work that you've put into this moment. And whether you believe it or not, every step that you've taken has had its own set of rippling waves that have touched each of us. You've inspired us to reach beyond what's seen in the moment. In a few years, you may not recall all of the things that the instructors here put you through. It was a lot, I know, because I did it. This moment in comparison to what you have to look forward to may seem small, and this is really only the beginning of your journey. I think that I speak, thanks. No, it's okay. I think I speak for each of us at Eastern Arizona College when I say thank you for letting us join you as you work towards your achievement. It's been an honor to watch you grow into the scholars that you are now. Congratulations.
We are honored to welcome Jennifer Smith as one of our guest speakers. Jennifer has demonstrated exceptional executive leadership skills during her 28 years of experience in leadership and civic organizations. She is the CEO of Precision Intercast Incorporated, a leader in the medical manufacturing and biomechanics education field. She is the founder and clinical director of the Podorthic Foot Care Center at Precision Intercast. She has served as adjunct faculty at the Arizona School of Podiatric Medicine at Midwestern University since 2008. She may correct me on my pronunciation there. Anyway, and she was awarded the Most Valuable Preceptor Award by the university in both 2013 and 2017. Additionally, she is both the publisher and copy editor for all 5 volumes of Foot and Lower Extremity Biomechanics. Ms. Smith has an Associates of Science degree in pre-nursing from Eastern Arizona College. She went on to receive a Bachelor of Science in Business Marketing Management, a Master of Science in Management and Leadership, as well as a Master of Business Administration. She is board certified in Podorthics and was previously nationally registered as an emergency medical technician basic. Jennifer has a long history of volunteerism. She volunteered for the Gila County Sheriff's Search and Rescue Posse, the Town of Payson Fire Department Support Rehab Team, their Community Emergency Response Team, and the Payson Mayor's Youth Advisory Committee. She has served as Vice Chairwoman of the Planning and Zoning Commission for the Town of Payson and as a Director of the Rim Country Educational Alliance. Jennifer also served on the Board of Trustees for Payson Regional Medical Center as the President of Payson Christian School and as President of Rim Country Rotary Club. She is currently an Executive Board Member and Program Development Chair of MHA Foundation and the President of Rim Country Educational Foundation. Yeah. Jennifer is a wife and the mother of 2 wonderful teenagers. And in her free time, she sleeps. Our final speaker will be Dr. Janice Lawhorn. Dr. Lawhorn attended Eastern as a student after graduation from Safford High on an academic scholarship. After a year and a half as a full-time student, she became an EAC statistic and fell into the category of college dropout. She continued her education part-time in the evenings as a non-traditional student and eventually received her bachelor's and master's degrees in elementary education in 1996 and 1997 from Northern Arizona University. In the spring of 1997, she started teaching evenings as an adjunct computer instructor. She was hired full-time in 2000 in the Business and Computer Division, teaching a multitude of courses. She then received her master's degree in Computer Information Systems in 2003 from the University of Phoenix. In 2008, Dr. Lawhorn was promoted to Dean of Curriculum and Instruction and also received her PhD in Educational Technology Management from North Central University later that fall. Over the years, she has been responsible for the Carl Perkins Grant, cosmetology, distance education, the Center for Teaching and Learning, business, prison programs, industrial trades, articulation, all curricula, and since 2020, the Senior Dean over the Gila County Globe and Payson campuses. She has served on a plethora of state committees and in all capacities in the Arizona Occupational Advisors Council, including president. Dr. Lawhorn is the proud mother of Kara, Katie, and Justin. She is also the extremely proud grandmother of 4.5 grandchildren, including McKenna, Benjamin, Camilla, and Harper. She will retire on June 30th after 25.5 years of dedicated service to Eastern Arizona College. We will now hear from our speakers in the order they have been introduced. Please join me in providing them a warm welcome.
Graduates, there are very few times in your life when you can wear a pointy hat in public and feel supremely confident. And this, my friends, is very definitely one of those days. I was among the many students finishing degrees in the early COVID era when the entire world was in lockdown. And because of this, I didn't get the opportunity to attend commencement, to walk down the aisle to pomp and circumstance, and to wear my pointy hat and my funny robe with the bizarre sleeves. So I would like to offer you all a very heartfelt extension of gratitude for the opportunity to make this happen again for me. So thank you. I began my post-secondary educational journey at this very institution. In fact, one of my classmates is sitting in the audience right here with us right now. When we started, though, the college looked very, very different. As a member of the inaugural class at the GCC campus, our class was the first to move in to this entire campus. We experienced a great deal of changes. We started attending classes when the Gila Community College and EAC were in partnership over in a strip mall behind the Buffalo Bar. How incredibly Payson is that? We shared walls with what was then the movie theater. So I can actually remember a time in Old English literature when we were studying Beowulf, just as Jurassic Park was being released. So we could hear Jurassic Park in the background, and we could smell the popcorn through the walls. So, as you can imagine, that made for an incredibly unique learning experience. Just as the Gila County Community College Institution has made huge leaps and bounds in growth, so have you all. The college grew, it bettered itself, and leadership continues to look forward to even more greatness. You, my fellow alum, have also grown. You have bettered yourselves, and you continue to look forward to greatness with a sparkle in your eye and optimism in your heart. The path towards this greatness lies, though, in constant growth, in perseverance, in determination, and in gratitude. Several articles that I read recently shared some of the strategies for developing personal growth. And the first one is ironic for a college graduation. It's to keep learning. Your educational career is only just beginning. Every single day is an opportunity to better yourself, to expand your knowledge, and to continue to develop something more important than knowledge, and that's wisdom. The second strategy that was transcendent across all of the articles that I read was volunteerism. Volunteer your time. There is no higher use of your knowledge, skills, and abilities than to use them to expand the greater good. Interestingly, there's also nothing quite as rewarding as these contributions. Never in a million years would I have ever imagined that my volunteer efforts would lead me to the opportunities that they have. Some of the most amazing people and some of the most incredible experiences of my life have been through volunteer capacities. So just as GCC and EAC have come a long way, so have you. A good number of our fellow students finished high school with a GED instead of a diploma. Many of us came back to school after entering the workforce. And if you're like me, you've balanced the raising of a family and the demands of a job with your educational efforts. 74% of us are non-traditional students. We have studied in car line while waiting for kids to finish school. We've done homework in a laundromat. We've listened to lectures in the car, and we've woken up before the sun and studied well after our families went to bed. We've cried over exams, we've stressed over papers, and we've felt the exhilaration of success when these efforts paid off. My fellow alum, you are among a very special demographic. just 8% of Americans have attained an associate's degree. And with this achievement, you have increased your earning potential out of the gate by about 20%. Even more importantly, you've created so many more opportunities for advancement in your own employment. You've paved the way for future educational endeavors, which will also serve to unlock more doors to your future. I offer you my heartfelt congratulations, and as my dad would have said, keep on keeping on.
I think it's awesome when you get to the very last one, isn't it? You guys are just on edge, right? Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Cameron, for the very nice introduction. Class of 2022, let me be the first to congratulate you on your accomplishments. I have great hope for all of you. You have reached a significant milestone in your educational career as you finish your degree or earn your certificate of proficiency. I've been thinking about what I wanted to talk about tonight for at least a month. I've come up with all kinds of great stories I could tell you about myself, my family, and especially my grandkids. I think the most important things to talk to you about are some of the things I didn't know in my early career. I have chosen a couple topics that could make significant differences in the quality of your lives. The first, as Jennifer mentioned, is education. The second is finances and retirement, and the final is opportunity. Did you know that as an associate's degree holder, you will make an average of an additional $400,000 more in your lifetime than someone who just has a high school education? Sounds good, right? However, there are individuals today who are only earning their certificates, and I say only as in they will earn up to 43% more than what you will earn with your associate's degree. You might ask, how is that even possible? There are occupations that do not require anything more than their certificate or a third-party credential such as a state license. Cosmetology is a fine example, as are many healthcare fields. More than anything else, and it probably would have been good to know before you started your post-secondary education, it depends upon the field you have chosen. However, regardless of the choice you made, you're now at a crossroads. Do you continue to earn your bachelor's degree, a master's degree, a doctorate? Your associate's degree is commendable, as is your certificate, but this should not be the end of your education, especially if your chosen field recognizes and commands additional training and education. However, know that if life gets in your way of living and you end up having to delay your education like I did, you can always go back. I want to say that again. You can always go back. It will be harder to go back because of life's demands. You might get married, have children, get divorced, or need to take care of your parents. You should consider your education an investment in yourself and something no one can ever take away from you, ever. My second topic of discussion is finances and retirement. It might seem like years and years away, but as I stand here today, I can attest to you that retirement is much closer than you think. Retirement and savings are connected as you begin to earn wages, and some of you will earn significant wages. Remember to always live below your means. Do not spend every dime you make. Make a conscious effort to not live paycheck to paycheck. You will need to save for the future, for your future, and no one can do that except you. Let's talk about interest just a little bit. For those of you that don't understand interest, you will pay it. For those of you that understand interest, you will earn it. For practical and easy calculations, let's say you have $1,000 in a checking account, and if you earn 2% interest, by the end of 1 year, you'll have $1,020. If you leave your money in your account and it earns another 2%, compounded interest begins to kick in. And if you don't even add any additional money to that, you'll have $1,020.40. Doesn't sound like much, but that's called compound interest. It might not be significant now, but as you accumulate wealth, I can guarantee you that this will be significant in your life. Know that the first $100,000 you save will be the hardest. The rest is easy. On the same note, if you have not learned the rule of 72, let me explain that to you so you know how that works. I chose 2% interest because it's easy to do those calculations in your head. The rule of 72 is a simplified rule for determining how long it will take you for your money to double. If you take 72 divided by the amount of interest that you're earning, and in this case we were talking 2%, you get an answer of 36. That means if you continue to earn 2% interest on your money and never add any additional money to that, it will take you 36 years to double your money. Several years ago, savings accounts were paying upwards of 6 to 8% interest. That is not the case today, and that may not be the case in the near future. Regardless of the rate, many experts in the economy recommend having 1 year's worth of expenses in a savings account. If you do not have a rainy day savings account, this should be your first task when you start earning a paycheck. Additionally, you should look at mutual funds and other forms of investing. There are accounts that will pay you 6, 8, 10, and even 12% interest. You should know, however, that the higher the interest you earn and the higher interest rate, generally the higher the risk. But how about your money doubling in every 6 or 10 years? Let's talk about your credit. I'm certain many of you have credit cards and may have significant debt. Every credit card statement will show you how much money you're paying in interest if you're carrying a balance. It will also tell you how long it will take for you to pay off that credit card with the current interest rate and the minimum payment. You might be paying upwards of 16 to 24% interest on the insignificant purchase you make every month, like fast food. My advice, pay your bills and pay your bills on time, even if it is just the minimum amount. The amount you pay for auto insurance is based upon your credit score. And what do you suppose is the most significant factor affecting your credit score? Paying your bills on time. Many of you will become homeowners, and the interest rate and what you will pay and what you get to pay back to the bank will be dependent upon your credit score. A $400,000 home financed at a 5% interest rate for 30 years for someone with excellent credit will cost them $775,000. The same exact $400,000 home for someone with poor credit will cost them $950,000 because they'll pay 7% interest. That's an extra $175,000 that you could have in your retirement account. Did I say pay your bills on time? For those of you that like to read and have only a basic knowledge of finances and retirement, I suggest the easy-to-read classic book, The Automatic Millionaire by David Bach. This book discusses the concept of paying yourself first. If you do not save for your retirement, who will? Did you know that the average individual will work for 40 years? That means you have 40 years to save for retirement, and the sooner you start, the sooner you can take advantage of compound interest. According to TIAA, a well-known leader in financial services and planning, women will retire with 30% less income in their retirement accounts than men. And although pay inequity is real in the workforce, it is often not the reason for their account balances. Many women will make conscious choices to stay home and raise children. I know, as I was one who did this. Women may lose the opportunity to save for retirement in what could be some of their best earning years. Regardless, know that the sooner you start saving, the better, but it is never too late to start. Speaking of opportunity, that brings me to my very last point. Opportunity will come to you in a wide variety of ways. It will present itself when you do not expect it. It may present itself as something scary or uncomfortable. When opportunity knocks, open the door. Look at how a change in jobs or assignments could work out for you. Look at how that promotion might affect you and your family. Look at opportunities you may then be able to provide for your family. You should also look at what that missed opportunity might cost you in the future. Thank you for allowing me to share some of my thoughts with you today as many of you begin your careers. I hope that you have a rainy day savings account, and if not, you start saving tomorrow. I hope that if you are not saving for retirement, you start tomorrow. I wish you all the best if you choose to continue your education, and I hope that when opportunity knocks, you open the door and let them in. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer and Dr. Lawhorn. We appreciate the words that you've shared with us this afternoon. President Brocker and Mr. Ty Jones, will you please recognize the candidates eligible for certificates of proficiency?
COPs first. Yeah. Crystal Ann Nash, Certificate of Proficiency, Phlebotomy Technician. Kayla Lanai Klein, Certificate of Proficiency, Phlebotomy Technician. Darby Noel McFarland, Certificate of Transfer of General Education of Arts. Claire Elise Hancock, Certificate of Proficiency, Phlebotomy Technician. Andrew Jacob Stage, Certificate of Proficiency, 1 for Nursing Assistant and 2 for Phlebotomy Technician. Abigail Thiele, Certificate of Proficiency, Cosmetology. Kelsey Varner, Certificate of Proficiency, Cosmetology. Darby R. Thompson, Certificate of Proficiency, Cosmetology. Abby Nicole Salig. So I said that right. Certificate of Proficiency, Cosmetology, and Nail Technician. Next for the graduates. Stand up. Hand me your cards. I thought it was this way. Yeah. Okay. Brooke Zoe Dimbat, Associate of General Studies. Megan Colette Sexton, Associate of Applied Science, Cosmetology. And a very good barista, I may add. Katie M. Taylor, Associate of Business, Business Administration. Ariane Marie Bear, Associate of General Studies. Ashley D. LaSuire, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing. Connor Ewell, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing. Candace Marie Moran, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing. I know how to say your name. Anne Marie Knights, Associate of Applied Science, Administrative Professional. Cole Dalton Goldman, Associate of General Studies. Rebecca Pino, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing. Anna Marie Jones, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing. Cron. Yeah. Renee Lynn Cron, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing. Jody Michelle Taylor, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing. Congratulations to all you.
No, don't sit back down. Stand up. You guys have graduated. Now it's time to turn your tassels over to the other side. To the right. Yeah. We'll see if the wind will let you do that. It's all right. Congratulations, graduates of 2022. Thank you so much for your attendance this evening to support these graduates as they reach this milestone in their lives. Let's give the graduates one more round of applause. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.